Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Thank you for introduction. My name is Raitis. I'm a head of marketing at Printful, and I will talk today about culture in some seconds. And I've been a part of the company for more than 3 years. I've been talking about rapid growth, everything, and actually I will talk today why I love my job and why I would say everyone in Latvia wants to work for Printful. To get started, basically, when they put the slides on, for me to continue talking, I will start what is Printful. So Printful is, in really complicated words, we are a print-on-demand drop shipping company. And simpler way, if you bought something on Etsy with the design on a T-shirt, maybe it came from the Printful, and you even don't know that. We offer more than 160 products, including T-shirts, designs, T-shirts, backpacks, posters, mugs, even fanny packs, and recently also bean bags. We're going so extreme. And we allow anyone starting an e-commerce store. Basically, you have to come up with this idea, what you want to put the T-shirt. You will publish that on your e-commerce site, and if someone buys the item, we'll take the T-shirt, we'll fulfill it, and shipped and sent to the end customer. In old school way, you had to order something in bulk, fulfill yourselves, ship yourself, do everything yourself. Now you have to just care about the idea, cool designs, we'll do the boring part, as we said. So basically, to us, you get access to the world-class printing equipment. And I know that someone on the stage already said that. You can't care about money. You have to fix something you care about. And we fixed our own problem in early stages when we started working on idea. But it was one startup before. Maybe you have seen these posters. I know that these posters we have also on Twitter and Google offices as well. And a couple of years ago, we needed cool posters for a startup office because any cool startup office need cool posters like get shit done, fail, learn, experiment, you know that. And we didn't find any cool designs, so we designed ourselves. And we launched also this e-commerce store called Startup Vitamins when we decided to sell the items to other startup offices. And business was pretty good, actually. Here's Lauris Liberts, co-founder of our company, fulfilling first orders in his house in Los Angeles. And yeah, business went well, and we wanted to add more and more products. Start selling T-shirts, not just posters, maybe sweatshirts, maybe mugs. And we're looking for someone who could fulfill these orders on demand without minimums, automatically, fast and quick. And there wasn't nobody who fulfilled our needs. So again, we fixed our own problem, and we launched Printful. And it's been 6 years in the business. Currently, we have more than 600 employees worldwide. I think I checked the numbers, and now we are almost more than 700. It's been rapid growth. We have 3 fulfillment centers in North America. Originally, we started in Los Angeles. Latvian founders were in Los Angeles, started a business there. It was our first office there. Then Charlotte, North Carolina, and we last year also opened a facility in Mexico. And 2 years ago, we started also doing business in Europe. So Europe just followed. We didn't start in Latvia, we started in the US. And we just moved to the bigger space. And everyone leaving the country to the airport and back, you can see now Printful logo there. So we are pretty proud of that as well. And we have seen rapid growth since day one, basically. And like a couple of months ago, we were recognized as one of the fastest growing companies in the US. And last year we finished with $77 million in revenue, and we continue to grow, so on. And this is also an old slide. Now we just passed 13 million printed items. So we are getting ready for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday craziness when everyone is buying anything. And without any hesitation, we're the biggest Latvian business in the US. Latvians are doing that in the US, one of the best markets to do business. And I want to talk today about culture. As we are growing so quickly, so rapidly, we need more employees to join our company, good employees. And I want you to meet Lotte. Lotte joined our team earlier this year in January. She's a video content marketer. This is a story on Instagram she posted on the day of the interview. And we get so many requests, now emails that I want to work for you. I don't care in which position. And I'll talk what we are doing that we get these requests. One of the things is you can show up in the office until 11 a.m. There's two kind of people. Ones who likes to wake up early, start their job at 8. Others who likes to do at 10. Why to push them that they have to be in office at 9 a.m.? They will feel more productive when they're not sleepy. They have finished their morning coffee, and it doesn't matter at which time of the time they work. Most of the jobs is done when you're working on a computer, not being in a meeting, and there will be overlap with other people. We have free lunch as well. That's probably #1 reason why devs love to work for us. In my previous job, I was involved every day in a huge, even back there in Skype conversation. Where are we gonna go to eat? What we'll get for food? So I spent time thinking about food, not doing my job. So it wasn't like valuable for the company. Now, it's 1 p.m. I go to the lunch place, get a food, get back to work as well. I don't have to spend money on that as well. And it's not even so expensive for the company to do. Another thing, previously they pushed me to work on the one exact system which they wanted. We don't care. Do you want to work on a Mac or Windows or Linux, for God's sake? Do you need 2 screens, keyboard, mouse, pad, whatever? We'll provide you, just get the things done. And you have to constantly adapt how you're doing your job. What I love about this job that I can't feel comfortable. As we are scaling so team rapidly, when I joined the company, marketing team was just 5 people. Now we are 40. I can't use the same methods I used even a couple of months ago. Have to constantly adjust the process, how I manage the team, how we work together with different companies. Otherwise, for example, #1 reason is that I have to keep everyone in some kind of information circle. And I can't spend enough time with everyone, so you can introduce middle management as well. So you have to think about what's next for the company, what's next for the team, for the project management. Another thing, as you're working in such a quick pace and you're working in the biggest market, I would say, we demand learning. And we demand learning by, you have to read books. I constantly share some valuable articles with my team, showing what's happening in the world, how we can use that in our business. My favorite thing when I'm driving my car, I love listening to podcasts. These are 2 which I suggest everyone to listen who wants to start launching a new startup or just working in a fast pace. So one is How I Built This, where the guy Raj, the host, he's interviewing different startups, co-founders, CEOs, and they basically tell us how they found the idea, how they built the business from the scratch, what was their journey. And the second one is Masters of Scale. The host is a LinkedIn founder. You know LinkedIn, it's a social media network. And they also interview different co-founders, managers, and they talk how they deal with the growing pain, actually. And those are pretty good. And the second thing is, of course, books. I will suggest 6 books for everyone who is in a marketing or in a startup. I believe they're available for everyone. Who is about hiring, to ask the right questions when you hire someone, to find the right talent which will help grow your business. Intercom on marketing is ABC on marketing. Second one, Dead by Meeting. You can have so many meetings and not all of them are available. You know that feeling when you're sitting in a room and you don't know why you're here. And not always meetings are too many. They're sometimes not effective. After reading the book, I immediately introduced 2 meetings with my team. One on a Monday, or weekly kickoff, when everyone shares their top 3 priorities. And the second one, our planning meeting, when we agree on the things for the upcoming weeks. Fourth one, Rework by founders of Basecamp. It's really good, basically startup manual. And for the time, for I believe 2 or 3 years, it was an onboarding part that every new employees have to read this book. And now we understand that we are such a big company, not everything works when you're breaking many rules. When you grow, there's different rules for everything. Hug Your Haters is about internet world that it's probably 10, 15 years ago. Every complaint was one-on-one with the person, either the store, on a phone or maybe on email. Now, if I want to complain, I go to the Twitter, I go to the Google, and I publish, I hate this company, or I love this company. And many of the people, they do not create content on the internet. They're just readers. I'm one of the readers on the internet. I read stuff. I see an image, I click on image, I see comments, I read comments. So people, based on what the company answers to that complaint or whatever, they also make their judgment on the company, how they react to these complaints. Are this real or not? So that talks a lot about that. And the last one is word of mouth marketing, basically about free marketing. You don't have to always spend a lot of money to market your company. So number one reason is create a great company, great product, and then people will suggest also to use you to others as well. And books are free. If you want to read a book, if you want to find something interesting on Amazon, just ask HR and they will purchase one. And you also have to invest in other way in your employees. So send them to the market you're working on. I go regularly on a business trips to the US, and every year I visit one conference in Chicago, e-commerce conference with 10K visitors. Basically, I called it E-commerce Positivus Festival. Everyone talks about e-commerce. You can meet so many people. You can network with them. Also, you can get so many new ideas what you can implement back then in your office. So you have to send them where they can meet smarter people. And this is one of the values we have in our business, experiments. Many people talk about that, but it's basically in our blood. This is a quote from our co-founder, Lauris Liberts, and together with his partner, Agris, they have launched, I think, more than 100 ideas. Now still, by this day, exists around 10. So if they wouldn't be okay failing, losing some money, then they probably would never get to the Printful, or maybe other companies, even maybe Draugiem LV back then. So you have to have a budget, which is sometimes your learning budget. Even with my marketing team, I have a budget which I could potentially lose for every quarter, but I will not be that safety guy who, okay, it's cost $1,000, don't do that. Let's think if it's a reasonable way, let's test it, see what happened, and then we'll learn something out of it. And I have to remind constantly to my team that there's no such thing as too expensive. It's not common in Latvian companies that if it immediately, as soon as it costs, I don't know, $15K dollars, I will not do that. The only thing which matters is ROI, basically how much money you could potentially get back from this initiative. So if you can get back me $3 million, I will immediately approve that you can spend $1 million on that. So you have to constantly think, I spend that, how much I will get back in return. And the magic part, in the startup, you can create your own system inside the company. So when the company grows, you have to constantly change the system, that how your team interacts with others. At the start of, like, I think it was the first month, very often the IT project manager came to me. We launched this new feature, marketing team, can you let someone know? Can you send email to them? It doesn't work like that, that we have to immediately drop everything and send this announcement to that customer. I want to know upfront what's happening. So I introduced a spreadsheet. It's a simple solution which is shared across the whole company, and we know on what kind of projects everyone works. It improves my life, it improves lives for everybody as well. So they know what's happening inside the company, so they can predict what kind of volume they have to face in a couple of weeks. And as a startup, basically we'll have always too many ideas. Your brain is working, you generate new ideas, I want to do that, I want to do that. And in reality, still 40 hours a week is not enough for me to do my job. Probably if there will be even 80 hours, it would be also enough to do the ideas. So I mark every idea in a huge spreadsheet. It's actual screenshot from the spreadsheet. There's an idea, there's status, there's maybe a project or a signed person who's doing that. And I returned to the spreadsheet like once in a month or a couple of months to see, is there an idea maybe worth start doing that or worth assigned to someone we can actually do that. And I talk with my manager every month, understanding what's the priorities for the companies. Maybe there's something we shouldn't do because we will not have time for some ideas which will potentially could work. And also meet my employees as well, so they know that they're working on things which will actually get some revenue for us. And this is actually really important. You have to talk with your employee constantly. With every employee, we meet at least twice per month for an employee review that we sit down for an hour and go through his performance in that 6 months. We talk about how he's feeling in a company, what he likes about the office, what he hates about the office, what he likes about other employees, what he hates about his manager. And we agree also for the goals for the next 6 months. So we can understand is he's being successful, he's helping us achieve the goals. And besides that, we have regular one-on-ones. So my favorite question, how are you doing? Were you productive in the last couple of weeks? On what kind of projects you're working? You have to constantly spend time making sure that employee is happy in your company. And we are doing that, and it's a crucial part. And then if they're happy and doing their job really well, you have to appreciate their initiatives and you have to promote them. Even our CEO, Davis, first one on the left, he started as an IT admin and now he's CEO of the company. Our Zane, she started as an intern and now she's managing all 4 facilities which we have, and she's working from Charlotte, US. She's living there for a couple of years. And the 2 examples from the marketing team, Nora and Martinj. They joined, Martinj actually is one of the first employees at the Printful, and he started as a customer support reps. And then he moved to the affiliate manager position, and now actually he will soon fully work just a project manager, improving the customer journey inside Printful website. So you have to constantly keep them happy, promote them if needed, and you also get some kind of outcome out of it. And later on, you have to be open to different cultures. I'm Latvian doing business in the US. Recently, we translated our webpage in the Spanish language. Now we're working in marketing Japanese, Germany, even French. I don't speak in those languages, so you have to be okay hiring someone who's not Latvian. So you have to be ready to work with other nationalities. You can meet, that's Alex, Johe, and Anna. They actually are working from our Latvian office. Alex is from France, Johe is from Japan, and Anna is from Spain. And you can find these nationalities here in Riga, Latvia, because we are a damn beautiful country, beautiful nation. There's living beautiful people, because there's one big reason why they are here, because of the love. Either they have a boyfriend or girlfriend here, but you can find these international employees, people here in Riga, Latvia, who can help you build your business, understand the culture better, and understand that audience which you want to work better. And then another better. I realized that we are such a big team, 40 people, and I would say that I don't know everyone's name in the company who works. But sometimes I have a feeling that I know everyone's name who even works in my team. 40 people is quite a lot. And we tend to work with other teams really closely as a design team, developers, product team, sales team. And I organized speed dating. It's a classic speed dating where everyone for an hour sat in a circle, and every 5 minutes they spoke with a different person. And they didn't spoke with a job. They talk about their lives. And if they know each other much better, they will have a better working relationship as well. And this is also crucial things. You have to trust your team. You have to give them responsibility that to own a project. They will feel the value of it, and they will, work with different motivation, because I give you this project, please show what can you do. And maybe I'm a stupid person, but I trust everyone from the start. They will have 100% of my trust. And you can just lose the percentage-wise. You drop once, you miss the deadline, you didn't answer to my email. And at the start, I give you, please do that. I will support fully. We'll sit down in the meetings if needed. Just ask. But you have to trust them. Otherwise, you will just hire someone you have to micromanage, and you will just spend time managing him. It's not the reason. I hired the person that the person can do some kind of job better than I can. And when the project is done, celebrate that. Those smaller things. We celebrate smaller projects as a new product launches, new integration launches. We even celebrated last day of the summer. This is Elvis, our pay-per-click manager. He's enjoying the ice cream. So I just went to the shop, bought 40 ice creams, and we just chilled for a while in our backyard and office. And the team appreciate these smaller things that you recognize them, recognize their success, and say just thank you that you're a part of the team. That's amazing. And at the end of the day, don't just be there for a job. Of course, job is the place where we spend most of our day. It's just a fact. So create this friendly relationship with your colleagues. This is a photo from our Printful Video Awards where colleagues submit their funniest or stupidest YouTube videos. Then we sit for an hour, like I know in a film studio, we watch all the videos and we rate them. And then the best one gets a prize, bottle of champagne, not a big deal. But we have like fun. And we organize also, I know the last one was the walking challenge or running challenge. As we are so many people, they apply for the challenge. We mix them in different teams. And then the team who walks or runs the most wins. And I won a gold medal for the running challenge. But at least I had some interaction with someone from my team, which I usually don't work together. And this is important. Take a break. You have to go on a vacation. You have to stop responding to the emails for a week or 2 weeks. You don't have to take care of don't have to care about your job all the time. And it's really important. Everyone in Latvia has four-week vacation, so it's really crucial that you go on a vacation for 2 weeks and do nothing related to the job. Sit at a pool like me, how I enjoy doing. So then the person will come back much more energetic, and he will just do his job much better. And I want to talk also about some few questions which I or HR usually ask during the interview when we source the right talent. As this is the favorite one, it's actually from the book Who, which I showed a couple of slides ago. We ask this question: how would your ex-boss rate your performance on a scale of 1 to 10? He gives mark 8. And we ask, why? What would he say that you're doing good, or which field you should be improved? And we write these answers down. And we always will collect references. So we'll ask the same question, guess to who? To the ex-boss. Can also option to compare the answers and see who's lying, or maybe he's showing that he's much better. It's especially crucial in the US where employees are great presenters. They can show that they're amazing employees, but reality is a little bit different. And then the second one, it's my favorite question. As I said, we demand learning. So learning means reading. So we want to know, are you reading books? And which was the last one you read? So then you can source the people who are willing, not just they're comfortable at the place where currently, they want to improve and invest more and more time becoming just a better person, not even an employee. And when you hire the person, don't forget to onboard the person. So my first day, they gave me a computer, I signed some papers, and they start doing your job. We are a small company. And it shouldn't be something you do, it should be something that you take care of, starting actually from the first employee, that you have an onboarding process. Now everyone gets, I think, 5 or 7 pages of the Google Doc of the things they have to read, they have to go over it, or people they have to meet. I spend with every new employee, and that week, an hour every day at least, just helping them getting things started. First 2 weeks, they are not doing anything. So actually just understanding how Printful works, and then they can do their job just much better. Another thing, everyone has to know their roots. Why this company exists, what kind of problem we are solving. So every new employees, they meet our CEO, and he just talks about our history. For 1 hour, he talks what's the history of the startup items of Printful, and when we were to get. So if they will know the background, they will just care more about the product or the company they're working on. And this is probably the most important slide. Keep having fun. So I'm coming to my office with a smile every day. I love my job. It's also important that you don't just come to just do your job. You have to have some kind of fun. And everything works fine. You'll have opportunity to meet Mr. President. I know he's not our current president, but it's with Raimons. I don't see Egils around anymore, so I hope I will have opportunity to take picture with him as well someday. And it's pretty amazing that it's my first image with any president, so pretty cool. And if anything, what you heard were interesting, join us. We have, I believe, more than 30 openings, constantly adding new positions. So check out printful.com/jobs. If there's not something currently, check out after a week. We constantly, invent new positions. And that basically was everything I wanted to tell you. If you have any questions, you can ask now or send me an email. Find me on social media. Add me on LinkedIn. Thank you.